always told to wear enclosed shoes in the science lab, but never told what type is the safest. Today we tested what shoes are the safest when you're experimenting with acid. We tested on the most common shoes we've seen people wear at our school: mesh, leather, waterproof and canvas. We used 2 milliliters of sulfuric acid and tested how much the acid leaked through the shoe and onto the paper towel underneath, stimulating a foot, therefore seeing how much acid would burn someone's foot if they were wearing the shoe. Our hypothesis is that the air forces would be the least soluble and therefore safest to wear in a science lab compared to the other shoes we tested, and were proven wrong. The grey slip-ons were the least soluble and barely had any acid leak through the shoe. The experiment was conducted by putting a shoe on a bench protector. Then we put the folded paper towel and put it onto the stapler for insertion. We measured 2 milliliters of sulfuric acid and carefully poured it onto the shoe. We waited 30 seconds and removed the stapler with the paper towel and unfolded the 4 folds. We measured the diameter of the leak and how many folds it leaked through. To make our experiment safer, we used the stapler to put the paper towel in the shoe and remove it without getting acid on our hands and potentially burning ourselves. We did 3 trials on each of the shoes and measured how much acid went through the paper towel and onto the 4 folds we made and the diameter of the liquid that went through. We repeated that process for all the shoes and recorded the results in the observation table. After conducting our experiment, we found that whenever the shoe had holes or was composed of mesh, it had a much higher tendency to leak through the shoe. We believe that by doing this experiment, science labs will become a safer place for everyone. Most of the time in schools, teenagers tend to go for the more popular shoes without thinking about how safe they'd actually be. If teachers know what shoe is safest, they can advise students on what shoes are recommended to wear while experimenting with acid.